Hi, it's Patrick with E38. In this video, I'll go over some of the features of Virtual Surveyor, how to do some light CAD work with it, and how well it integrates with the Emlid software. For this example, I'm utilizing an Emlid Reach RX2, Emlid Flow Pro, Virtual Surveyor Ridge, and a DJI Matrice 4. The same workflow can be accomplished without the drone by using publicly available elevation data, if available in your area, or by doing your own topographic survey and creating a surface in Virtual Surveyor in a similar way as demonstrated here. With any paid version of Virtual Surveyor, Terrain Creator is included. Here I'll bring in photos from my M4E, and similar to other photogrammetry software, I can also import GCPs to create an accurate map and model. Selecting your coordinate system will be narrowed down to a handful of the most likely systems based on the location of your images. With our images imported, we can add our GCP coordinates. Selecting Mark Ground Points will let me pick each GCP coordinate, pulling up all relevant images so that I can mark that point in the imagery. The Flight Viewer panel will allow us to see a map view of our points and which photos in our flight path we are viewing so we can confirm we're marking the right targets. Once we have several marks on each point, I can click Process Photos to create the model we'll work with in Virtual Surveyor. After a few minutes, we have our working model. We can do some quick analysis within Terrain Creator for a quick overview of our site. Or we can click Open Virtual Surveyor to pull this into Virtual Surveyor for some more meaningful work. In Virtual Surveyor, similar to CAD software, we have a Layers panel on the left side. This can help us organize different aspects of our work onto their own layer to easily separate our data when we have a lot of overlapping information on the screen. Right now we have two elevation models brought over from Terrain Creator, one grayscale and the other with our ortho imagery. I'll toggle off the imagery to better assess the terrain. I have a few objects that I don't want included in my contours that I'm about to generate, so I'm going to select the Remove Object button and simply click on the objects I want removed. Now I'm going to pull in some important points I collected in Emlid Flow, as well as the property boundary I located and marked. I can't clearly see the boundary lines with how they run through the terrain, but I can easily make them visible by selecting the To Terrain function under the Tools in the top banner. That just changes the elevation of those boundary lines to be visible on top of the terrain. I can also change my boundary line color to my preference to better contrast it from the surface. I can also use the boundary to create my contours by selecting it and then clicking the Point Grid function from the Home menu in the top banner with the option to adjust the granular accuracy of the model with the point spacing. Here I have the grid set to 10 feet. I actually want my contours to stretch further than the property boundary though, so I'm going to undo that and draw a new boundary to generate my surface from. So in the drawing section of the Home top banner, I'll select the rectangle boundary and I'll create the area I want the contours of. Then with that boundary selected, I'll generate my point grid. I'll then select that point grid and click Triangulate Selection to generate my tin surface. Now we have a surface file we can work with further. Switching the top banner over to the Tools section will let us hide the tin and show our contours. Just like our other line work, we can adjust the colors to better suit our needs or preferences. We can also adjust the interval of our contours to meet requirements. I'll enable the point I took on the existing well. I'm also going to pull in the footprint of our house since I already collected and exported that from Emlid Flow 360. This county requires we mark out a 50-foot radius around the well, so I'll select the circle boundary from the drawing section in the home banner. I'll enable draw from the center first. Now I can start on the point collected on the well to create the radius around it. Snapping geometry will assist in connecting the different aspects of the drawing, and enabling the distance guide will let me set that radius to exactly 50 feet for a simple way to draw that accurately. I can do the same with the septic tank to draw it to spec. The polyline will let me draw the piping quick and easy as well, with all the same assistance as necessary. We can also enable labels on all of our drawings as needed. We can separate our data and drawings into their own DXF exports to import into Emlid Flow to give us a similar layered approach within Flow. This can be done by enabling visibility on the aspects we want together and exporting from Virtual Surveyor and importing those into Flow. This has been Patrick with E38 Survey Solutions. Thanks for watching.